In a recent episode of his widely followed podcast, Joe Rogan once again ignited a heated conversation about celebrity culture, influence, and the often hidden networks of power that operate behind the scenes in entertainment and politics. Known for hosting long-form, unfiltered discussions on the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan explored how elite social circles are formed, how connections between high-profile figures can shape careers, and why public trust in powerful institutions appears to be eroding. The episode did not present verified accusations against any specific individual. Rather, it focused on the broader issue of how fame, wealth, and access can intersect in ways that the public rarely sees. Still, the conversation quickly spread across social media platforms, where clips were shared widely, and reactions ranged from strong support to sharp criticism. During the discussion, Rogan questioned how exclusive events, private gatherings, and elite networking spaces can influence not only the entertainment industry, but also business and politics. He argued that celebrity status often grants access to influential rooms, where decisions are made informally, away from cameras and public scrutiny. Rogan emphasized that while networking itself is not inherently wrong, transparency becomes crucial when those relationships intersect with public policy, media narratives, or major financial interests. Listeners interpreted his remarks as part of a larger ongoing cultural reckoning about accountability among the powerful. The timing of the episode also played a role in its impact. Public discourse has increasingly focused on the relationships between celebrities, financiers, politicians, and media executives, particularly following high-profile scandals involving figures such as Jeffrey Epstein. While Rogan did not introduce new evidence or claims, he referenced the broader public concern that many influential individuals once moved within the same social networks without facing serious scrutiny. This context gave his commentary added weight, as audiences remain sensitive to issues involving privilege, secrecy, and accountability. Supporters of Rogan argue that he is simply asking questions that mainstream outlets often avoid, providing a platform where controversial topics can be discussed openly. They point to the podcast's format, which allows for hours-long conversations rather than short sound bites, as a space where nuance can develop. Critics, however, caution that discussing sensitive matters without verified information can unintentionally fuel speculation or misinformation. Media analysts note that in the digital age, even carefully worded discussions can be clipped, reframed, and circulated in ways that amplify controversy. The episode also reignited debate about the responsibility of influential media personalities. As one of the most listened-to podcasters in the world, Rogan's reach extends far beyond traditional talk radio. His interviews with politicians, scientists, athletes, and entertainers frequently trend online, shaping public conversation in real time. Some observers argue that with such influence comes a duty to carefully separate speculation from confirmed facts. Others counter that open dialogue, even when uncomfortable, is essential in a democratic society. Beyond the specific episode, the reaction highlights a larger shift in how audiences consume information. Traditional gatekeepers such as network news organizations no longer control the narrative in the same way they once did. Independent creators and podcasters now command audiences that rival or exceed those of established media outlets. Rogan's critics see this as a challenge, worrying that long-form platforms may lack the editorial oversight of conventional journalism. His supporters see it as liberation from institutional bias, praising the willingness to explore complex topics without rigid constraint. Industry experts say the real story may not be any single claim or debate, but rather the changing media landscape itself. Conversations that once took place quietly among insiders are now dissected publicly by millions of listeners. Social media accelerates the process, turning a 2-hour discussion into dozens of viral clips within minutes. In that environment, nuance can be lost, and emotional reactions often overshadow detailed analysis. Rogan's episode became another example of how quickly online dialogue can polarize audiences. Meanwhile, celebrities and public figures continue to navigate a world in which past associations are scrutinized more intensely than ever before. The expectation of transparency has grown significantly in recent years, particularly when questions involve ethics or potential misconduct. Experts note that guilt by association can sometimes overshadow verified evidence, creating reputational consequences even in the absence of proven wrongdoing. This tension between legitimate accountability and speculative narrative remains at the heart of the debate Rogan touched upon. Ultimately, the controversy surrounding the episode underscores the fragile balance between free speech and responsible discourse. Rogan has consistently defended his approach as conversational rather than declarative, encouraging listeners to think critically rather than accept statements at face value. Whether audiences view his commentary as courageous inquiry or reckless amplification often depends on their broader trust in media and institutions. What is clear, however, is that discussions about celebrity connections, elite influence, and systemic power are unlikely to fade anytime soon. As the episode continues to circulate online, the broader cultural conversation shows no signs of slowing down. In an era defined by rapid information exchange and deep skepticism toward authority, figures like Joe Rogan occupy a unique and controversial space. His platform serves as both a lightning rod and a mirror, reflecting society's anxieties about power while also shaping how those anxieties are expressed. Regardless of where one stands on the debate, the episode demonstrates once again that conversations about fame, influence, and accountability remain central to the modern media landscape. In a recent episode of his widely popular podcast, Joe Rogan sparked a lively debate about the hidden networks of influence that exist within Hollywood and other elite circles. Known for his long-form, unscripted conversations on the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan explored how wealth, fame, and connections can shape opportunities behind the scenes, and why public awareness of these networks is often limited. While he did not make verified accusations against any specific individuals, his discussion touched on themes of power, access, and accountability, quickly spreading across social media and sparking reactions ranging from curiosity to criticism. During the episode, Rogan highlighted how elite events and private gatherings often serve as informal spaces where major decisions are influenced without public oversight. He pointed out that celebrity status can open doors that remain closed to the general public, allowing access to people and resources that can dramatically impact careers and reputations. Rogan framed his commentary as a broader cultural question rather than targeting individuals, emphasizing that networking and relationship building are natural aspects of any profession. But transparency becomes crucial when influence intersects with societal power. The episode gained further attention due to its timing, as public discourse continues to focus on the intersections of celebrity, business, and politics. Rogan referenced historical concerns about private networks of influence among the elite, noting that scrutiny has increased in recent years following high-profile scandals involving well-known figures. While no new evidence was presented during the discussion, Rogan's conversation resonated with audiences sensitive to issues of secrecy, privilege, and unchecked power, prompting widespread online sharing of clips and commentary. Reactions to the episode were mixed. Supporters praised Rogan for addressing topics that mainstream media outlets often avoid, highlighting his podcast's long-form format as a space for nuance and in-depth exploration. Critics cautioned that discussing sensitive matters without verifiable information could inadvertently fuel speculation or misinformation. Media analysts observed that in today's digital landscape, even measured discussions can be clipped, reframed, and circulated in ways that amplify controversy or misinterpret intent. Rogan's influence as one of the world's most listened-to podcasters magnifies the impact of his discussions. His interviews frequently trend online, shaping public conversations in real time. Observers note that the combination of a vast audience and unfiltered commentary gives Rogan a platform capable of influencing perceptions of celebrity culture, media narratives, and societal norms. Some argue that with such reach comes responsibility, urging a careful distinction between commentary and unverified claims. Beyond this single episode, the reaction highlights a broader shift in media consumption. Independent creators and podcasters now command audiences that rival traditional outlets, allowing topics once confined to private circles to be discussed publicly. This shift challenges conventional gatekeeping and raises questions about accountability, fact-checking, and the consequences of viral content. Ultimately, Rogan's episode underscores the ongoing public fascination with celebrity influence, privilege, and transparency. While opinions differ on whether his commentary was provocative or reckless, it has reignited conversations about how power operates behind the scenes in entertainment and beyond. As audiences continue to grapple with the intersections of fame, money, and access, discussions like Rogan's remain a lightning rod for curiosity, debate, and criticism.